gorgeous. Welcome to Holy Mess. If I can talk right. Welcome to Holy Hot Mess.
We are holy hot messes.
Yes, we are.
Tongue-tied.
We are your hosts, Jessica and Jamie. This is episode 8. Motherhood made me savage.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight's episode will go forth as so.
We will talk about how motherhood has reshaped us, from losing our identity to finding our strength that we didn't know that we had. Before kids, I thought I was tough. I thought I was a badass. Before becoming a mom, we had all these ideas of what motherhood would look like.
Yeah, for sure. You know, like matching outfits, cute morning cuddles, picture perfect family moments.
Look at the camera. Stop picking your nose.
And being that calm, put together woman who essentially always had it figured out. Then reality hit.
Suddenly, tough had a whole new meaning. It wasn't about handling the long work hours and stressful situations. It was about surviving the 2 hours of sleep, holding a crying baby in one arm while reheating the same coffee 5-6 times.
If you got that lucky. Otherwise, you were just putting some ice in it.
You know, and then still showing up for everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. You realize real strength isn't about being unbothered. It's about being completely bothered, but showing up anyway. And it's wiping your own tears while wiping your kid's nose. And this also goes for the dads out there too. So don't think that this is just moms only. It's for you single fathers that are also hustling and making it work.
And we know that there's dads out there that are raising their kids alone because the mother is not around. I have a really close friend that the mom dropped the kids off around Thanksgiving and then just never came back. Yeah. I think the little girl was 2 weeks old or something, like 2 months old, something like that. I know the baby was young.
Oh, God.
And she just never came back. So he's out there doing his thing. He's a great dad. So,
yeah.
Yes.
So not to exclude those fathers out there. We see you. We know of you.
And it's also about learning to stay calm when your toddler or even your 6 or 7-year-old has a meltdown at the grocery store. Or, you know, your teenager hits you with an attitude because my girls think that they're grown. I dread their teenage years.
They totally friggin' do. And how
they
have.
Try me.
Oh, too.
And they test every ounce of patience in my soul. I even told my mom earlier, if I catch a charge tonight, it's because my girls don't listen.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Yes, exactly.
And they know that I dread them being teenagers. Their mouths now are ruthless. I can't imagine what I'm going to deal with in 5 years, 8 years. Ugh.
Oh, it's going to be great.
God,
I'm here
please
for this.
be with me.
I'm totally here for this. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So before kids, you might have thought you were strong because of what you've been through. After kids, you realize you were training for this particular level of strength because this is not for everyone.
No.
It really isn't.
Motherhood definitely pushes you past your limits. Emotionally, mentally, physically. And it forces you to grow in ways that you didn't expect.
Unimaginable ways.
Yes. You become more protective, more vocal, and more resilient because that mama bear comes out. Say what you want about me. Don't say shit about my kids. I will go to jail for my kids and I will smile in my mugshot and then call my mom and cry because I'm too pretty to go to jail.
But I'm still going to show up for work regardless because guess what? We're just going to get my 5-minute thing. I'm a work mule. What can I say? You really just learn how to advocate, how to multitask, how to go.
We are the queen of multitasking.
Yeah. How to go from sweet to savage in 0.2 seconds. If someone disrespects your child, pretty much a lot of people that know me too. I am feral. I am also savage, but do not make the lioness come out because boy, when she speaks, it's a whole different battlefield.
It unlocks a whole new version of you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It's the don't mess with me or my babies.
Yep. It is.
Because like I'm gonna come for blood.
Yeah, and guess what? Then I'm going to be snatching more than just blood.
Mhm. And I'm unstoppable at that point.
Yeah.
Leave my babies alone.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So, losing yourself in chaos. You and I can
Every day.
totally relate to this on so many different levels through all these different journeys and all these just different stages of that.
Mhm.
Nobody really prepares you for the identity shift that comes with motherhood. You go from being you or a version of you to this woman that
Uh-huh.
hobbies, that goals, and has routines and freedom. Then we are adjusting to being someone's everything. No matter what you're doing, it's all about them. And it continues through each of their journeys and chapters of their lives.
Every
Suddenly,
milestone.
yeah, exactly. Suddenly, every decision, every ounce of energy you have, and every part of your day revolves and evolves around your child or children.
Yes. You start introducing yourself as, oh, hey, I'm Amaria's mom. Oh, I'm Ryland's mom. And
Mhm.
it's almost like I have that become my entire identity and I've lost who I was before I was a mom.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but
Yeah.
it's heavy. I actually just called my supervisor out on that because she made a phone call and was like, hey, it's so and so's mom. And I was like, it's funny because my podcast this week is about identifying yourself as so and so's mom when you're more than that.
Yeah, just so always remember that too as we go through this episode and we get a little more in depth with it. Don't lose who you are. Don't lose your identity. I think that's what a lot of us as females tend to do.
Especially
Don't.
when you become a new mom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're going through life's journeys and obstacles and everything else that you could never be prepared for. Don't lose yourself. Just don't do it.
Yeah. And while you love your kids more than life itself, there's still that quiet ache that's inside, missing parts of yourself that used to exist before the chaos, before the kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, we neglect ourselves, which we can't fully take care of our children if we're neglecting our needs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guilty. I do it all the time.
Same. Right here. Right here. Yep, that's me. You also miss the spontaneous version of you, the true you, or the you that you had to put on pause as you were going through the shift of motherhood.
Mm-hmm.
The woman who had time to get ready without someone calling your name 17,
Mom,
18,
mom,
43
mom, mom,
times.
mom. What? I love you. I
Yes.
love you too.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
It's the woman who could sit in silence without worrying about snacks, homework, or who needs what next. Because
The
we
kids go to
know,
sleep.
yes,
That's my
every
quiet
kid
time.
loves their snackies and their snack time. And oh my goodness, mom, 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 mama, 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 mama.
I'm like, I'm changing my name.
Nope,
I'm
mom.
so over hearing mom, and it's times 3. Motherhood can make you forget what you like because everything that you do is what makes the kids happy. Because if the kids are happy, you're happy, but at the same time, you're still neglecting yourself. And what dreams you had because you put everything on in your life on hold because you're putting your kids first.
So before we go further on that, let's also just kind of reflect too. Any of us first time moms, we all know we end up becoming some kind of fucking cartoon saga journey. So what do you like to watch? Well, gee, I don't know. Between the toss up of Nickelodeon and the Disney Channel,
Bluey.
yeah, I don't know. What do you mean? You're asking me what I'm watching? At the end of the day, how am I watching stuff? I'm tired. I need sleep of what
Look, the
sleep I'm
kids
getting.
would go to sleep and I'm still laying there watching it. And it's like, why am I watching this?
Yeah. So just know that is in a world that's so diverse and always says, this isn't norm. Well, I think it kind of is norm.
It says like if like for a while it feels normal,
Mhm.
like that's what it's supposed to be like when you're a mom. But eventually it hits you that you can't pour from a cup that's empty.
Yeah. And always remember, this is only temporary. It will get better.
Will it?
Oh, it will. It will. Someone has to be the sideline cheerleader and sis, that's going to be me. There is always light at every tunnel.
Certain things get better, but then other things get worse. Like the girls aren't as needy, but their attitude, savage. I don't know where they get their attitude from at all. But if you ask Safira,
she'll tell
her daddy.
Yeah, she'll totally tell.
It ain't me.
At the same time, you're raising strong, independent women, females. You're also raising a strong, independent boy, male, at the same time. So if any of you are going to, just always remember their phases. Each age is a phase. It will
That's
get better.
Gonna make me want to punch myself in the face.
No, not even. Never. No, girl, come on. No.
If you would have heard my youngest earlier.
Carly's going to be 16 at the end of the month, so I get it. Imagine that. And then by the time yours are 16, it'll be like, yeah, mine's already in her 20s. Yeah.
But you need to start realizing that showing up for you doesn't mean that you're neglecting the kids. It means that you're teaching them what self-love looks like.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you start trying to find yourself again. Maybe that means rediscovering your passions, taking 5 minutes, just this nearly 5 minutes for you in the morning or afternoon or even in the evening for peace. And
this is my 2 hours. So.
So this is our peace.
Being me.
Yes. Saying no without guilt or choosing to do something that's just for you. And it doesn't have to cost anything. All it's costing is the time that you're setting aside for yourself. And that's really the moment the reclaiming begins.
Yes, it's like you start meeting yourself again.
Yes.
The evolved, stronger version of you that you were before, and now layered with wisdom, patience, and power. Yeah. So you're getting that power back. And remember, you're not just a mom. You're still you. Yeah. And she deserves to exist outside of that chaos, too.
She absolutely does. Then we have the savage within.
Oh, we all have the savage. Kids have the savage in them too.
The savagery. Here we go. So motherhood has a way, a very, very special way of unlocking a version of you didn't even know existed. Whew. It is so damn true.
I agree with that.
Yeah. The inner try me if you want energy that I will go from peaceful to protective real fucking quick side. Let me tell you, that's an interesting journey on that. And that goes from 0 to 0.2 seconds.
Absolutely. And it's like one of those things where you react before you really think about it.
Yeah. There's like this internal beast that will come out and you're like, was I possessed? No, it's someone triggered this. Or something triggered it. Somehow this just came out.
Absolutely. And before you had kids, maybe you avoided confrontation. Maybe you let things slide. You stayed quiet.
Yes.
Or you didn't always speak up. But once you became a mom, completely different story.
That's a whole different battleship, landmine, war that some of us didn't know we had in us. It's like something in you snapped into place. That primal instinct that says, I will protect my babies at all costs. You don't just become fierce, you become fearless.
That's what I call Safira, fearless.
Yeah, that girl.
Mouthy. I mean, you'll check anyone who disrespects your children, their boundaries, or your parenting. Don't come for me about my parenting at all.
Yeah.
And it's not even about being angry. It's about being a mom who's done being walked on, walked over, dismissed, or underestimated.
Yeah.
And I think that's their dads. Like, you have walked over me, and now, like, I'm done.
Sometimes
I will dismiss them.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes it's not even being like walked on, it's being walked over, it's being backpedaled, stomped on, shit on, spit on, and then regurgitated again. And again, we're not saying this is also like how all guys are either, but it's just from our experience.
Well, the ones that I picked, they are.
Yeah. We're making better choices, okay?
Yes,
we're doing
we
better.
We are learning from our mistakes the hard way.
Oh, yes, it's true. So that savage within, it doesn't just come out when you're defending your kids either. It shows up when you're setting boundaries. And sometimes those boundaries, please note, are healthy boundaries. Those are necessary, needed, healthy boundaries.
I just dropped my vape.
And when you say no to things that drain you, when you finally stop explaining yourself to people who will never understand your journey, and they don't have to, know that
you don't owe an explanation to anyone.
Exactly.
You don't walk in my shoes, so.
And when you decide you're done carrying the weight of everyone else's expectations and choose peace instead, that feels so delightful.
Yes. And it's not even about being mean. Again, it's about being protective of your energy. Self-care, self-love, knowing your worth.
Yeah.
Because motherhood already demands so much from you. And you learn quickly that not everybody deserves access to your peace.
No, they really don't. They really do not. So that savage side, she's the version of you that survived the tears, the exhaustion, the judgment, and even the fucking guilt.
I'm still going through that. Did I survive? Because I'm still in the midst of the chaos.
You are, because you're here. You're still upright. I mean, just think about it. Even if you needed to take a mental health day, or if you needed to be like, hey, I got to check in. I got to get my mental health in. And guess what? You're still upright. You are still here. You are navigating this journey the best way you see fit. And there should never be any judgment. It is merely someone that is like, I need help. I don't know how to navigate this. And that is perfectly fine. You also have to remember, she is the woman who learned how to stand her ground for her kids and also for herself. She's the one who realized that softness and strength can coexist, that you can be nurturing and still have boundaries sharp enough to cut through the fucking nonsense.
Motherhood didn't just make you savage. It made you wise. It made you bold. And it made you unshakable.
Because once you've gone through the chaos of motherhood, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the constant self-doubts, you realize you can abso-fucking-lutely handle any fucking thing that comes your way.
And the savage you, she's not angry. She's evolved. So then we got the soft parenting, or gentle parenting as most know it, versus survival mode parenting. And let's be real, we all want to be calm, gentle, emotionally regulated mom.
Yeah,
the one that takes the deep breath, gets down on their kids' level and says, I understand you're frustrated, but let's use your words. We've said that a lot.
Yes, we have. Yes. Yeah. So, that's really cute and all until your child throws that damn, their shoe, the damn shoe or just an object across the fucking room and then screams, no, for the 10th time. And you haven't slept or eaten in 24 hours. Let me tell you, that's a whole different beast. You're awakening.
Girl. I'm preaching to the choir. It's not that you don't want to be patient, but you're running on fumes, and that is me so often. And if I do not take my ADHD medicine, I am real quick to
Snap.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. You're juggling 1,000 things. Your brain is fried. You just want 5 minutes of silence. And then it's, no, he's looking at me. Stop, stop, stop. I said stop.
Yeah. You've now become the warden. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now it's like, great. Now I'm the bad person.
And that's when that mom guilt comes out. That instant wave of, I could have handled that better. We've been there before.
I lost my shit on Saphira and Rylan the other night. Saphira is an antagonizer and an instigator, and she just pokes and pokes and pokes and pokes. Whether it's me or one of her siblings. And she did that to Rylan, and then Rylan snapped. Rylan shoved her backwards off the bed. What? That did not sit well with me because she could have hit her head, and I mean, I lost my shit. I understand Rylan was upset. I understand that Saphira annoys the shit out of him. But you do not put your hands on your sister. And I was like, do you understand you could have hurt her? Now, the way I reacted, it could have been much better. And then like after they went to bed, because like I went to bed angry, they went to bed upset. And then that night, well, last night, I just sat there and I like replayed the whole situation in my head. And it's like,
you're not the only mom that does that. All of us moms do that. And if you've never done that,
you're lying.
Why? Why? Why didn't you do that? Tell me.
Or how did you do it? Maybe you're not lying. How did you do it? Because I cannot gentle parent my gangster children, okay? I cannot. You cannot gentle parent. Have you seen that video that was out on Facebook where this woman was like, watch this. Put that down. Put that down. I said, put that the fuck down. The kid's like, that's my kids.
Sometimes
but kids I gotta get out of character for you to listen to me. Why you gotta yell at me? I just asked you nicely 25 times. You saw the sign on my door. If you hear me yelling, just know I asked my kids 26 times nicely. And then I'm mean, I'm this, I'm that. You're always yelling. Well, you always don't listen.
No,
if you would just listen, I wouldn't have to yell. I don't like yelling. I like my mornings when we get up, we do the same routine every single morning. Why is that so hard to do it every single morning? Why do we have to deviate from everything else and do everything else under the sun but what you're supposed to do? And now I'm going to be late for work because you are doing what you're not supposed to be doing. Well, why do you have to yell at me? Because I have asked you.
Time and time again.
And gritting my teeth when I'm talking. Oh.
Don't be doing that. Mm-mm.
Just talking about it stresses me out.
Yeah, no, it does.
I try to gentle parent my kids. I try to say, honey, I understand why you're upset. Do you want to talk about your feelings?
Sometimes some kids do not handle that well, and that's why they need more of that structured, hard.
Gentle.
Yeah, they're not gentle. Not every kid's going to be gentle, and that's okay, because guess what? We all have different personalities. No one personality is the same, nor are identical.
But they also have their mother who is a hothead. So how can I... And their fathers are hotheads. So what did I expect?
This is why we have to sometimes act like the fucking warden. It is what it is. But here's the truth. Soft parenting and survival mode can exist in the same household. It always can. Mm-hmm. And some days you're the gentle, more emotionally connected, aware mother who teaches lessons through hugs and empathy.
And I do that. Mm-hmm. But then there's the other days when you're like, because I said so. And when I say that to Amaria, but why? Because I said so was enough. Like, I don't need another explanation. Stop questioning me.
But why?
Ugh. The mom who just needs everyone to eat their dinner and go to bed, like tonight. Just go to bed. I need my peace because I'm going to lose my shit and I'm going to catch a charge. But both versions of you are valid.
They really, truly are. So because motherhood is not black and white. I always know that. It is.
I mean, I'm white. He's black.
Shut the front door. No, in the context of this, motherhood is fucking gray, okay? You're not failing because you had a moment. You're human.
Like the tooth fairy.
Yes. And honestly, most of us have done that. I have. You're doing the best.
And you gaslit your child after?
No.
See, I'm terrible. I gaslit my own child and made it seem like it was her fault why the tooth fairy didn't come.
But at the same time, all the stories we all told to them, put it underneath your pillow. Put it underneath your pillow. Or if you have like a tooth fairy
but she
bag.
put it under a blanket. So I'm like, well, the tooth fairy didn't find it because you didn't put it in her pillow. You put it in a blanket. That's why she didn't come. No, it's because your mom failed.
But anything could have got. Tell me, if you would generally put something in that little tiny thing in a blanket, and how are you going to find it? It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Okay, let's think about that. So, at the same time, we as mothers, don't beat yourself up over some of these things. Later in life, this can also be a teaching moment that you give to your child if they have children. Just saying. Please know you're doing your best with what you got. That's all it is.
I know I'm really hard on myself, and I know that
You need to be your biggest sideline cheerleader and the cusp of chaos. Please. Stop. And reflect.
I know. I don't give myself enough credit.
Yeah.
Soft parenting works beautifully when you're not completely burnt out.
Facts.
But in the real world, moms aren't robots.
No, we're not.
Although there's some days I just feel like I go through the motions just to survival mode through the day. We love hard, we teach with patience, but we also have limits.
We're human. We are human and we're not robotic. And that doesn't make you a bad mom at all. It makes you real. It makes you authentic. So instead of beating yourself up for moments where survival mode took over, give yourself the grace that's necessary to get through.
You're raising tiny humans while still trying to stay sane. Or maybe get sane. Who knows?
Trying to stay sane.
And that alone deserves a medal.
Yep.
You can parent with love and still have days where your tone isn't perfect. Lord knows mine's not.
Because self doesn't always mean quiet at the end of the day. Sometimes it means strong enough to keep showing up even when you're tired, overwhelmed, and hanging on by a fucking thread.
And at the end of the day, your kids don't need a perfect mom. I tell them all the time, Mommy's not perfect. I'm still a work in progress. We're learning together. You know, there's not a handbook.
No, there's not. And no one mother should ever be compared because you are Ryland's mom. You are Amaria's mom. You are Saphira's mom.
And I am Jamie.
Yes. And just like I am Carly's mom, I am not the best mom. I am not the baddest mom. I'm not the worst mom.
I'm a trying mom.
I'm just Carly's mom.
I'm a present mom. Mm-hmm. And that's what they need. They need a present mother or a present father or preferably both.
Yeah.
And whether you're soft or savage or somewhere in between, you're exactly what they need.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they need a little bit of a savage mom because their mouths.
Some kids are going to need that because not every two kids are identical. And if you are a parent of multiple, you know your children's personalities and you can pretty much call, okay, this one is likely going to do this. This one is going to follow that. And this one's going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Reclaiming your power. Somewhere between the sleepless nights, the endless to-do list, and even the emotional roller coaster of motherhood, you start to realize something. You didn't lose your power when you became a mom. You just forgot how powerful you really are.
Motherhood isn't the end of the world or the end of who you were. It's the evolution of who you were meant to be. You might have lost yourself for a little while in the midst of the chaos, but that's okay. I think we all lose ourselves at some point. But what's important is that we get up and we find ourselves again. whether it's you lost yourself from being a mom or you lost yourself because of a toxic relationship you were in. I've done both.
Been there so much.
A few times.
Yeah.
Every mom has a season where she's just trying to survive.
Uh-huh.
And seasons always change.
Yeah, they
so, it's the growing. But one day you're going to look in the mirror and realize that you made it through things that you swore that you couldn't. Think about that man that you were like, I can't live without him.
Honey,
Bitch, you're doing fine.
Yes. We're getting through this.
And you're still standing.
Yes. And still thriving.
Mm-hmm. And I'm much better without.
Christ.
I probably would still be down if I didn't have the strength and the power and reclaimed my power.
Yes.
To walk away.
Yeah, exactly. Reclaiming your power means giving yourself permission to exist outside of being mom.
Mm-hmm.
It's choosing to chase your dreams again, dress up for no reason, laugh louder, love yourself deeper. It's remembering that you're still the woman with goals, with purpose, with fire in her soul.
Mm-hmm.
She just happens to be raising tiny humans or just a tiny human while still conquering life.
And you learn that motherhood didn't make you weaker. It made you wiser. It didn't take your edge. It just sharpened it.
Mm-hmm.
And all those moments that you thought were breaking you, they were actually building you.
You start to move differently. You protect your peace. You value your own time. You love yourself in ways you never did before because you've learned that the world doesn't get the best version of you unless you do.
I think my children, as much as they stress me out, I feel like they saved me.
Oh, yeah. I know Carly did.
Like, my children do give me purpose. And I mean, I have other purpose, obviously, other than being a mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my purpose is to help people, turning my negative traumatic experiences into something positive. Hence, holy hot mess and why we're here.
Trauma response.
Yes. Yes.
It's a real thing in the trauma response. Hence me just kind of smiling and laughing and just rolling with it because I am done shedding tears on things that are out of my control. I am only in control of how I react and my actions. I'm not in control of others and their outlet or even their output. It's not a me thing, it's a they thing. And that takes time to really learn and get through that.
And I don't have the energy to worry about things that are out of my control because me stressing about it, it's just going to make it worse. Because me stressing is not going to make it better.
Yeah.
It's only going to make it worse. And if I'm stressing about things getting better, well, that's the opposite effect if I'm stressing over it.
It's not worth it.
I know it's easier said than done. If you're stressing about finances and stuff like that, stressing about it doesn't change it. It makes it harder, but you're still worried.
You still got each day forward to look to. And you just keep on keeping on the best version of you.
Yes. So every mom listening, even fathers listening, this is your reminder that you're not just a caretaker. You're not just a provider. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are the backbone. You are the heart. And reclaiming your power doesn't take away from your motherhood or fatherhood. It makes it stronger.
Absolutely. Because when your kids see you showing up for yourself, showing up for them, just showing up in general, they're learning what strength, self-love, and resilience look like. And quite frankly, that alone, that's the real definition of being a savage parent. The kid or child or children, what they're going to find out is the kind a person that you are, who's soft enough to nurture, strong enough to protect. That's the definition of overall being that parent, being that savage parent, where you're rediscovering yourself over and over again.
And, you're their role model. They look up to you. You want to teach your children to do things the right way so they don't have to learn the hard way like us. I don't want my children to have to go through things that I went through. I want my children to be able to do the things that they want to do without missing out. Like, as I was growing up, I was always able to do things that I wanted to do. I was able to play the sports, and I played on travel leagues. I was doing AAU. We were traveling all over Hell's Half Creation. And my parents dumped all this money. Now, mind you, that was 2 of them that were present, where it's just me. And I know that life isn't about money by any means, but I don't ever want to tell my kids, oh, you can't do that because I don't have the money.
I get that. And I know you have multiple and I have one, but we've shared and we know what mine does for her sport and why I am constantly hustling. I can remember when I first held her, I even kissed her sweet little forehead and the side of her cheek. And I told her, I will always take care of her. That is the first thing I whispered to my sweet little baby. And I am still standing to that. That is one of the very few things I have kept and continued on this roller coaster of motherhood, of parenting. She will never go without. She will never be without. Now, there are times I will have to unfortunately say no, because of her sport, because of her hobby. And it's not one that's always talked about, but it's
a pricey one.
It's more than your cheerleading. It's more than your ice hockey.
When you're dumping $2,000 into just a weekend, and I complain about dumping $375 into a 8-week period.
Yeah, just. But I will not sacrifice her dreams at all.
Yes, and I want my children to be able to play whatever sport. Like, the girls want to get back in gymnastics, and I really want to put them there because I feel like definitely Safira will thrive. That girl is so flexible.
Yeah.
And I think she won't be as tall as what Amaria will be. I think Amaria will end up being too tall. Safira is determined when it comes to that. Amaria, I mean, she likes gymnastics, but I feel like she doesn't.
She could just do dance.
She would like that.
Yeah.
But then Safira's going to want to do dance too. And where am I putting this in my schedule? But like, I don't.
On the weekends?
What, when soccer is? Because their soccer season's about to end. Rylan still has a couple weeks left. Well, then we go into indoor soccer.
Well, and sometimes that's where we have to break it. Like, are we going to do soccer the whole year? Or are we just going to do it seasonally? Rylan will
do soccer. Rylan has done soccer year round for going on 2 years.
Yeah.
We don't really have a break.
I feel like, because that's what Carly and riding, everyone says, oh my God, look at her go. That's because she rides year round. On the competitive level too. So the girls will get it. I can only imagine juggling multiple, because all of you who have multiples, I think you're saints. I do. Any mom, any dad out there that has multiple and you're juggling all their extracurricular activities, how the hell are you doing it? Because I know what I'm trying to do over here on my end, but just one.
The one thing I like is that the soccer league that they're in, now this is how they sucker me into coaching every season. It's, we'll bump Safira up an age group to play with Amaria if you want to coach. And it's like, okay. Because it's easier for me to juggle 2 teams than 3.
Yeah.
Because that's 3 soccer schedules. That's 3 soccer games
Mm-hmm.
on a Saturday. If they overlap, I'm one person. I can't. When I coach, Ryland's schedule comes out first, then
Mm-hmm.
the girls comes out. And with me coaching, I can be like, oh, hey, can we change this game before I even send out the schedule? So
That's your community of people.
benefits
That's your
me
extended family. Yes.
to coach. And I know one day I'm going to have to miss a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm going to have to choose. I hate that.
Oh, I can only imagine. So I will tell you, again, only having one child, I cannot physically be there for all of her writing competitions. I can't, because I have to make money so she can go and do that. And that's something that her and I, when she started out in the sport, now mind you, when she was younger, we were doing dance, all different types of dance. We were doing Girl Scouts. We also did swimming. We did gymnastics. We were also playing instruments. Like, girl, it was each day she was involved in something
new.
Yes. And I mean, even all through elementary school, I was volunteering. I was helping out with junior achievement and doing that. In elementary school, I was part of the PTO board.
I almost joined the PTO this year.
Yes. So I'm telling you, we rarely ever rested. We were constantly on the go, on the go, on the go. So again, any of you parents that have multiple, this is why I tell you, you are a damn saint. Just trying to juggle. And then you're finding like your extended family, because family, for me, it's never going to always be blood. It won't. So you look for these bonding relationships that you have with other parents that you coexist with, to say, hey, can we do like a carpooling? I'm telling you, carpooling helps out so much, because
I thought about doing that for my son's last game because it's an hour and a half away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
So
but I mean, you think about it too. I don't know why it's been so taboo, why we don't talk about this, because just as a close-knit parent community, we should be helping each other out, because we want what's best for the kids' interest. And let me tell you, the kids that are able to play those sports, the kids that are able to be with their peers, the kids that are able to be around with their peers in these sports, even going to the games or coming back home from the games, their mindset is so stimulated and they're able to thrive and function even in the heated times that they're presented with. So why not? Why not have these crucial conversations? Like, you need help? There's nothing wrong with asking for help.
I tell my kids that all the time.
So when you have to pick and choose, it's something of life, but it's also reinstilling into your child that doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean that you're not there for them. I am a person and sucker for pictures, even if I'm not there. Someone please get pictures and photos and even videos of my daughter.
I'm always the person that takes pictures of everything. But it's like when I have parties, well, there's like, I'm still the one taking pictures, but I'm never in them.
And again,
it's really frustrating.
I've been there before. The thing that you cannot do is you cannot go back on time. That's it. We are literally thriving on the time that we have.
And we're not promised tomorrow.
No, never, never, never.
And I think that's why I dwelled so much on me sending the kids to bed, and I was angry, and they knew I was angry, because we're not promised tomorrow.
We're not promised tomorrow.
Like, how would my kids have felt if they woke up and I didn't? Like, that's the stuff I kept thinking about. And then I wanted to go in and be like, I'm sorry. But I didn't want to wake them up.
You don't want to wake them up. But I think sometimes, though, it's healthy, and sometimes for our own parent heart, even if we just go in and check on them, give them a kiss on their forehead or on the side of their cheek, and just, look at them, because these moments are going to go by so quickly. We get caught up in the heat of the moment, and we don't always make the best judgment. But at the same time, we can't derail and battle ourselves, because that's not going to make us better. If anything, we are now breaking what foundation we are trying to build.
Yeah, agree. Motherhood, I mean, it's not for the weak.
No. I think parenthood in general is not for the weak.
No, it's really not. And then, like you said, parents of multiples. My mom says that you're not truly a parent, and I hate to say this, I'm sorry, You're not truly a parent unless you have multiple, because now you have 2 of them fighting or the 3 of them fighting.
So your mom's exactly right. Unfortunately, I had a miscarriage 18 months before Carly. And after I had Carly, I was like, there is no way I can have another child going through the toxicity that I did with her father. I knew that that was not the right thing to do, not only from the expense, but also things just were not kosher.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he did stuff wrong all the time. I'm not saying I did stuff wrong at the time, all the time. We just, he and I, we did not.
Oil and water.
So that said, why am I going to justify and bring another child into this beautiful world of chaos?
Beautiful.
It is. There's so many beautiful things about this world. There are, but at the same time, there are tons
This
of
is hell on
chaotic things. So that said, no, I was like, we are not going to try and have another child. And honestly, he was my longest relationship. And if you know me and you've been here for a hot minute, I don't really talk about my personal life. There's not much to talk about, ish. But
we're talking about personal experiences in here.
There's not been 5 years with somebody. When you're with somebody over 5 years, no, I was not bringing in another child in this world. No, she's awesome. She's amazing. She'll even tell you how awesome and cool she is. No,
because of her awesome and cool mom.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm her mom. That's it. That's really all there is to that one.
You're not just her mom, remember?
I'm Jessica, but I'm Carly's mom. I'm Carly's mom, but I'm Jessica.
No, my name is Jessica. This is my daughter, Carly.
Yeah, my amazing daughter, Carly.
So motherhood is not about pretending to be strong all the time. It's about showing up even when you feel exhausted, because kids will always remember who was there. And whether the other parent is present or not, you don't need to throw toxicity into the kids' world, because it'll eventually show. They'll see the other parent for who they are. And I let my children formulate their own opinion. But parenting is about loving your children or child fiercely, and remembering to love yourself just as hard.
Absolutely. So if this episode reminded you of your own strength, the savage, soft, powerful woman that motherhood has made you, take a moment to give yourself credit. You're doing one of the hardest jobs in the entire world. And you're
that
doing
is expensive as fuck. You don't get paid for this job.
No, you don't. No, you don't. And sadly, you can't even put it on a resume without employers saying one thing or another. But
what do you mean you were a stay-at-home mom?
I really wish they would stop that mantra of bullshit, because that's what it is. You are doing so much. And you're doing it with heart. And that's something that our country lacks, is heart.
Yeah. So here's to the moms and the dads who are still out there trying to find themselves amongst the chaos, to the ones rediscovering their power, and to the ones embracing every version of who they are becoming.
You're not just surviving, you're evolving.
And you're not just a mom, you're a whole woman. And you're not just a dad, you're a whole man.
A warrior, a masterpiece in progress.
Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep leading with love, standing your power, and remembering, being savage doesn't mean you're cold. It means you're unshakable.
Peace, love, and light.
And a sprinkle of petty with grace.